Hello everyone. So we are on to forward market section of this currency exchange rate chapter. In this we are going to talk about the future exchange rate or the exchange forex exchange rate in future. So let's understand this with a story here. So we have this gentleman here. He lives in the US and he travels back and forth between Canada and the US. He has $100 in his pocket. He came to know that the interest rate, if he invests the money in the US, the interest rate is 2%, but if he invests the money in Canada, then interest rate is 3%. So he also knows that the current exchange rate is 1.4. So he's wondering like whether he should invest his money in the US or in Canada. So let's help him out here. So let's draw a timeline. So we are here right now and this is where he has $100. And 1 year later, so this timeline is 1 year. 1 year later, if he invests this $100 in a bank in the US, he will get 2% interest rate. So 1 year later, he will get $102. So this is what he started with $100 and 1 year later he will get 102 US dollars. Or what he can do is convert this 100 US dollars into Canadian dollars now. So if he does that, he will get 140 Canadian dollars and then invest this money at the rate of 3%. So then it will be 140. So I'm going to use my calculator here. 140 multiplied by 1.03, 144.2. I'm selecting the pen here. 144.2 Canadian dollars. Now if we assume that the exchange rate 1.4, which was in the beginning, remains same, doesn't change, then we have to convert his Canadian dollars into US dollar. So 144.2 divided by 1.4 and I will get 103 US dollar. 103 US dollars. So in this case, you can see that we are getting roughly 3%, not roughly, but exactly 3% return rate. But in the previous case, he was getting 2% return rate. So he would prefer to convert his money into Canadian dollar, invest that in a bank in Canada, and after 1 year get the money back from Canada, from Canadian bank, and convert that into the US dollar. And if we assume there is no transaction fee, then he will be making 103 US dollar, which is higher than what he was making if he invested that money in the US. So you can clearly see that there is an arbitrage opportunity here. And one of the fundamental we have in the foreign exchange, that there should not be any arbitrage opportunity. So what it means that the exchange rate he should be getting at the end of 1 year should be 144.2 divided by 102. So this is 144.2 Canadian dollars divided by 102 US dollars. So if I use my calculator here, 144.2 divided by 102, that is 1.41. So this is equal to 1.4137. So that should be the exchange rate at the end of 1 year, so that this individual doesn't make the arbitrage profit. So this is very important because we want to make sure there is a balance here. Otherwise, if there is no balance here, there is and there is an arbitrage opportunity, in that case people in the US will not invest money in the US. They will invest in some foreign country where we have a very high interest rate, and then they will convert that money after 1 year or whatever the time window they have to invest in that current country. Then they will convert that money into the local currency, into the US dollars, and then make more profit than what they can make within the US. Now moving to the next slide, and next slide basically says the same thing, that we have the exchange rate in the beginning. This is the spot exchange rate. I'm going to select my pen here. So this is the spot exchange rate, and the individual is able to convert his money into some foreign currency here with the given spot rate, and then he's going to invest that money into the foreign bank. So the interest rate in the foreign country is IF. So after 1 year he will get 1 plus IF, and then he is going to convert this money he got after 1 year from a foreign bank into the local currency. So he will be dividing that by some forward rate f slash d. So this will be the forward rate, or the future exchange rate, and then whatever is the final outcome of this technique should be exactly identical if he invests the money in the local currency in the US. So that's why these two equations are balanced, and this is just to make sure we do not have any arbitrage opportunity. This is what we call covered interest rate parity. The reason we are calling it covered because this forward exchange rate we do not know should be assigned in such a manner that there is no arbitrage profit. The second equation is pretty much same thing, but it kind of like rearrange the equation, so we have the, and not just rearrange the equation but also shows a more professional way of showing the same equation. So here P is for your price currency and B is your base currency, and the way to remember that is that P is always in the numerator and B is in the denominator, as we know. So in the equation here, P will be on top numerator and B will be in the denominator. P is the price currency and B is the base currency. SP is the spot rate. So it's pretty important equation, and this is the covered interest rate parity. Let's try to solve an equation, let's try to solve an example here given in the curriculum. So here is the example. Says the following table shows the mid-market rate. Need to select the pen here. That is the average of the bid and offer rate. So here sometimes people get confused because whenever we talk about the exchange rate, people have this question: are we talking about the bid rate or are we talking about the ask rate? So they made it clear that we are talking about the average of the bid and offer rate, bid and ask rate, for the current CAD AUD spot exchange rate as well as AUD and CAD 270-day LIBOR rate. So this is what we have. They are looking for what is the forward premium for 270-day forward contract. So what they are asking us what's the forward rate. In a nutshell, they are asking us what's the forward rate. So the way we can calculate the forward rate is, and they are asking for CAD AUD pair. So you can see CAD is in the numerator and AUD is in the denominator. So this is something we have to like keep an eye, keep a focus on it. So we have the spot rate, which is 1.0145. Then we're gonna multiply that by, so we're gonna have the interest rate for CAD. Interest rate for CAD is 1.41. So 1 plus 1.41. So this 1.41 is annualized interest rate. So we have, and this is for 360, so we have to convert that into 270. So 360 multiplied by 270, and then we are going to divide this thing. Just going to put the bracket here. Then we are going to divide this thing. 1 plus 4.87 divide by 360 multiply by 270. So if I do the math here, my answer will be 0.9891. So this is going to be my forward rate, and my premium will be, so I will take 0.9891 minus my spot rate, which is 1.0145. So the delta will be minus, I'm using my calculator, 1.0145. The delta will be minus 0.0254254, and this is my choice B. So my choice B is the right choice here. So this is how we are going to calculate the forward premium or discount based on the spot rate and interest rate in the foreign country and the domestic country, as well as the time window we have. Because in this example we only took at like 1 year time period or 270 days time period, and based on that we calculated our forward rate. The delta between the forward rate and the spot rate was our premium or discount. Thank you.